Today's video is about being an innovator, and as you notice today we have a new studio. I have set it up, and it's a bit more easy to get information across than being outside and the camera is no longer shaking. So welcome here. We're going to talk about being an innovator and what may happen if you're not as an innovator as you could be. Hence my idea here of saying or else. Stay with me. I'll share with you ideas on how to be better. So often we talk about being an innovator. But what does that mean? Being an innovator, it sounds, well, you need something crazy, you need to change the world. The idea of being an innovator is not to change the world. It's to take what is available and making something new with it. And here I have 4 categories for you to think about. The first one is knowledge. We all have knowledge, and either from within our family, our community, and work. And I'm sure that often you're in a situation and you're thinking, well, I could do this better. But sometimes we say, well, I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to say anything because you don't want to rock the boat. When you have that feeling, the feeling is from the fact that you have knowledge. You're looking at a situation, and what you want to do is you want to take the knowledge you have and you want to make something new, to create new knowledge, to create new situations, to create new experiences. Oh, that's a good one. Now, what is interesting is it doesn't mean that this new experience or this new aspect that we're going to try will work. But the idea is trying something new from what you know may lead to a situation where we will grow. And from there, we'll take that new acquired knowledge and then we'll put it into a new situation and we'll create new experiences. And that's how we grow. And hence the idea here. When I think about improvement, I'm talking about the skills here. Often, some people say, well, I have the same job for the last 10 years and I don't like it and I don't know what else to do. Did you get any new skills in the last 10 years? Well, that's a good question. So one thing that you need to keep in mind is that you already have knowledge. Now, what are some of your current ideas or interests that will make you improve the skills you have? And what is interesting is these work hand in hand. Why? Because if you get new skills, you'll get new knowledge and you'll be able to bring into the situations what you know and your new skills and create new experiences. And hence, you have growth happening. And I think I like that word. You see. We're aiming for growth, hence this idea of Alpha Mindset in this channel. New skills are always great because a new skill opens door within the situation you're in and even beyond. These new skills may be what you need to see new opportunities within your community and workplace or even beyond. Maybe that's when you'll notice it's time to change. Bringing value. Now this one here is interesting because when you are at work, people are, or in your family, you have yourself and we are giving you the attention that you need. You also get, attention within your family, within social media, or money if you are in the workplace. Now, what happens is if your knowledge has remained the same and there's no improvement, it will be hard for you to bring new value and therefore get more attention. For example, new subscribers on a channel. So this is me bringing you more value, or money, a promotion at your work. And that is interesting because if you want more money, it's hard to go to your boss and say, oh, I've been working here for so long, I deserve more money. What will your superior ask you? They'll say, okay, what is the value you bring to us? Have you improved yourself? What is the knowledge you can bring in our organization? And that's why sometimes you work in an organization and then people go out and hire workers from outside to bring new knowledge and bring different value so they can change the situation. Sometimes we have, when we want to have a vacation, people will go outside of their house or their living areas so that you can have new experiences, improve your life, get new skills, and go beyond what you are doing. So this is what I say about bringing value here. There was something else I wanted to say, but I can't think of what it is right now. Oh yes, when you bring value, that's when that money can come in. But what you have to keep in mind is sometimes a company will look at you or your job and they'll think of something. Is it possible for me to automate that work? If I can automate that work, do I need this person? Can I delegate the work that I need to do, the value I need, to another person, to another country, to another service? That's important. Or can I eliminate sometimes some jobs become obsolete. Why? Because the value that is brought forth by a worker is no longer needed. So that's something you have to keep in mind. And this is the idea of the or else here. If you are an innovator, you'll improve your knowledge, you will increase the skills you have, you'll bring more value. And this idea here of automating is no longer an issue. Delegating to another person may not be an issue because you might be promoted instead of a person giving you work to somebody else. Or they may not eliminate your position because if you bring enough value, they will want to keep you or another company will want to get you. And that is interesting too. The last part is about collaborating. Because when you collaborate, you have one idea here that leads to infinite ideas. Because when you have a brain, you have ideas. When you have two brains, you have more ideas. But when you have a team, ideas start bouncing back and forth, and that's when new ideas come through. And that is very important for a group, a family, a community. And that's how we end up with groups of innovators. Because if you can collaborate, what happens is the group can increase the knowledge they have, or they can learn that people in the group, they know things that we did not know they knew. We can learn from each other and getting more skills, or we can get ideas on how to get more skills. We can bring more value because as a team, we can help each other to get the best for the best outcome. So this is what I say. If you want growth, you want to be an innovator, and these are the 4 parts that are necessary with respect to my perspective today. We have a call to action. So the call to action today will be, I want you to take your journal and I want you to outline 4 things. First, I want you to list the things you know. And when you think about the things you know, it's not just about what you know from schools. It's what are the skills you have. If you can work on platforms, on social media, if you're comfortable with Facebook, Instagram, or others, that's a skill. How can you communicate in front of a group? Public speaking is great. Are you good with your hands, constructions, mechanics? Can you do graphic design because it's a hobby of yours that you have? Because the skills you have from hobbies can be used to for your job or to grow. So this is the list of knowledge you can have. And you know what? Having a driver's license and knowing how to drive is a knowledge. Lots of people are through Uber and Lyft are making a lot of money. Improvement. Looking at the knowledge you have, is there something that you'd like to improve? A few skills that you have, you say, you know what, I would like to learn more about it. There's lots of groups out there that are welcoming volunteers, that are welcoming groups just to help learn something. Meetup is a good example. You can go on different platforms. Facebook has lots of groups from which you can associate and learn from. Uh, the online the online studies is great too. It's called self-learning, or self-education. Self-education is growing. For example, you may have platforms like Udemy or Teachable that have courses online for you, and it's a great place to learn something new. Bringing value. This one is important because I want you to think, okay, given the family I have, the relationship I have, the job I have, or the status I have in my community, is there more value that I can give? The value could be giving more time, giving a bit more effort. Can I can I create workshops for members of my community? Can I help my partner a bit more this week so that my partner can do something that she or he loves to do so that they can get more skills? And that's interesting because then the person will get more knowledge, will be able to bring more value. And as a part here, there'll be more collaboration. There'll be more collaboration within your relationship, your personal relationship. More collaboration within your community, within your work. And you know what? All of these make it so that you can grow. So if you, in your journal, you outline your knowledge you have, what you can improve on, what you can bring value, and do the steps first, and collaborate in with people around you, you'll notice that your life will change. And that is being an innovator and aiming for growth. On this, have a wonderful afternoon. Take care.